Alright, let's go create a project in Android Studio and learn more about text fields. To start, I run Android Studio. To create a new project, I click on Start a new Android Studio project. I name my project Text Field and the project is stored in the Material Design Projects folder. I click on Next and I set the minimum SDK on API 15 or Android 4. Next, I choose Empty Activity and Next and Finish. Now I wait until Android Studio creates my project. Okay, our project was created successfully. I go to the resource section and inside the layout folder, I open my activity main layout. I go to the text section and I get rid of these paddings that have been created by Android Studio automatically. I remove the context too, and also this text view is redundant, so I remove it too. I also don't need tools. Inside my layout, now I'm going to define an AppCompat EditText. I type android.support.v7.widget.appCompat EditText. Okay, now my AppCompat EditText requires a height and a width. In the previous section, I set its width to match parent and its height to wrap content. Alright, after width and height, I'm going to define an ID. @+ID / I set its ID, for example, to username_text field. I also add a margin to it. I set its value to, for example, 16 dp, so that my AppCompat EditText will have a margin of 16 dp from all sides. Okay, now let's run our project on the emulator. Okay, our application was run. You see that we have defined an AppCompat EditText inside our layout. Now let's add a couple of options to our AppCompat EditText. So I stop my emulator. Okay, after the margin attribute, I'm going to add Android:hint. Here I define a hint for my AppCompat EditText. For example, I type username : I hit Alt and Enter, extract string resource, and OK. Next, I type Android : input type. Using this attribute, we specify which type of data is supposed to be entered into our AppCompat EditText. For example, date, number, signed number, password number, phone number, email address, etc. I select text as we are going to get a text from the user. Again, I run my project on the emulator. Okay, our application was launched. Here you see the hint that we defined for our AppCompat EditText. Also, if you put the cursor inside the text field for the AppCompat EditText, you can start to enter some text using the characters on the keyboard. And that's it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we are going to add a text input layout to our AppCompat EditText. So please stay tuned.